our topic for discussion. How to make your passion your paycheck was whether I was qualified to be on this panel. And then I thought to myself, yes, I mean, it's been a while since I can unflinchingly write on a form, whether it's for a visa or a child admission, what my occupation is. And I'm not afraid to say I'm a writer. So I think I've reached that point where I sort of converted my passion into my paycheck, but it was like a rather long, convoluted route to get here. Always part of your box.
There was no box as far as I was concerned. There was no plan either. So I'm really not sure that I'm the right person to be sitting up here talking about making your passion your paycheck. I honestly thought it was much more about working mothers, mothers in the workforce. So that also we can get to later. But my journey has been a convoluted one. I didn't know what I wanted to do to begin with when I was in college. And acting is something that I happened to stray into and then, made it my world. It was already my world because of my parents, etc. And then I made it my world. I feel that it's a complex thing, making a passion your paycheck, because you may be very passionate about something, but you may not be very good at it. I mean, that's something that has to be addressed.
Yes.
Right? I mean, not everyone is great at what they love doing. There are very few people who are very lucky who love what they do.
I think it's always it's a different thing. It's a talent plus passion. It has to be both, or you have to have some kind of the drive to go for your passion. You can't just say I'm passionate and you may not be the best writer or you may not be a great artist, but you have passion, then you may not have the talent. So I think it comes with talent. It comes with it's both. It's a combination of both. Magic formula of really working hard at your passion and being able to.
I think hard work though is a guarantee. A guaranteed part of life. If you want to succeed in anything, hard work is the most important thing. As they say, 99% is perspiration and 1% is inspiration.
Aspiration, yeah.
Inspiration. So so I think that it's the most important thing, regardless of what you do, is to not have these delusions. You should know what you're good at. I think it's important to know yourself. It's important to know what your goals are. Is your goal to be financially independent? Because you have to work accordingly. You may have a passion, you may try it out, you may give yourself a certain time, and then you may move on to other things or something around that field, or try and hone yourself in such a way so that you can be better at that field. And I think one of the most important goals for women is definitely financial independence.
I agree with Kankana about this. I think it's very easy to say I'm passionate about writing or I'm passionate about making films, but it's not easy. It does not give you a paycheck right away. It does not, it does not give you financial independence right away. So you have to do something other than that, to continue with your passion. That's my, see, when I was in the States, it's very difficult. I mean, I knew what I wanted to do from right on. I knew I wanted to be a filmmaker, and I studied and I worked at it. In the States, you have to do something else, because I don't have a millionaire father there who's given me a house in Beverly Hills. I have to work, and I have to work in that industry and keep doing what I want to do. That is to make or direct. It was a little long journey, so I ran and came back to Bombay. But that's the whole thing for a lot of women here who want to, go into this kind of, passion journey. You have to keep that, where is the money coming for the rent, and where is the money coming for the, next electricity bill. So you have to keep balance between both of the worlds. Passion is keep at it, don't let it go, but keep working work within the industry. I know writers who are working in a studio to kind of make the ends meet, but they continue writing their scripts, and they continue writing, going and meeting directors, and that's how I think is the way.
different identities that collate to form, you know, our personality or who we are as a human being. That's how I feel. So we have our own, my many identities are: I'm an Indian, I'm a woman, I'm a mother, I'm an actor. I may or may not be religious. Whatever it is, we all have these different identities, right? And I feel that that there is so much pressure on us from, especially when we have kids. You know, I read a very interesting article about women who were in the IITs and IIMs in the 1980s and where they are today. So they're as qualified as the men, but they did this follow-up for these women, and they found that most of them had, they had children in there by the time they were in the 30s. Most of them had children and they had to switch. So most of them either were running their own business from home or they had set up something else on their own. Whereas the men who had, studied there were flourishing in that particular line in their business. They didn't have to they didn't get derailed, as you said. Of course, the first thing to identify is whether you want to work or not. Because, of course, that is a choice and you're free to exercise that choice. A lot of people don't have that choice. A lot of women have to work. They may not have the luxury of that choice. And I think it is important to work because I think that, that identity of being a working woman or being financially independent, I think that is a very important part of our identity. Not only for our own self-esteem, but also how other people relate to us. I feel really proud that I am, a working mother to my son. I think it's really important for my son to see a strong, independent working woman like I saw my mother, I think it's so sweet that you're asking this question. I had the same problem when I was about, 18. Because it started then, and it's only now that I feel passionate about something, because I've not been very passionate kind of person anyway. That's okay, but the thing is, the most important thing is to know yourself now. If you don't know yourself and you don't know what your priorities are and what makes you happy, then how will you shape your life accordingly? Then you're only waiting for external stimuli. If you can identify a few things, that give you pleasure, that are in your control, some of it at least, not all of it is, most of it is not, then and follow that. Like I was saying earlier, I'm not ideal on this panel because I was never passionate about acting. I never really wanted to become an actor. But today, I'm passionate about wanting to make a film. And I know this because I've been at this same thing for almost 2 years. I was never a writer. I've written a script. For me, it's a major achievement. For other people, it's minor. It's just that I never thought I would stick with one thing for so long. So the best is to get to know yourself really well, and it's not easy.
It's not. And meanwhile, to say thank you and express our appreciation, we have small tokens for you. Thank you very much for your time, your energy, your passion, and giving so much of yourself.
कनेक्शन की बात हो रही है तो हम जानना चाहिए वो कोकना की वो कौन सी एज थी जब कोकना ने डिसाइड किया कि मुझे एक्टर बनना है और बॉलीवुड इंडस्ट्री में।
देखिए, मैं एक चीज़ ही बोलूँगी, which is that I think it's very important for women to have financial independence. I think women have many identities as do men, but it is very important that we know ourselves and we know what we want from life, and we have the opportunity to create those choices for ourselves. And I think that the reason why I'm here today is to encourage more women to work, and for working mothers to join the workforce, and for corporates and companies to welcome them, embrace them, and have flexible policies so that we can include this whole demographic into the workforce.